All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You tuned into the latest market overview brought to you by the traders of Colibri. So today, the 12th of December, the Friday, we're very close to the weekends, and let's make the short briefing regarding the situation on the market, regarding some metrics, regarding the technical analysis in the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's try to find what we can trade, the general situation on the market, and of course, in the end, we will see the deals from our traders. Okay, let's start. Let's start from the Bitcoin and Ethereum review. Let's open some metrics. So the Bitcoin domination is compressed in this zone, the 59 from 59 up to 59.5%. So quite small range here. There's no changes. So we were quite close a few days ago, not a few days ago, but some days ago, to the support zone. The price is bound from that, get some reaction. So we see that once again the interest to the Bitcoin is appeared, and still we are in some very wide range, and let's see what will going on in the next few days. Maybe next few days, maybe next week, or next 2 weeks, because tomorrow is Saturday. There will not be enough activity on the market as usual. Maybe some altcoins will be pumped, and we will have some opportunities to trade them. But generally, for the Bitcoin and Ethereum, the market could make, especially at the night, it could continue the flashing. But let's see. Altcoin season. So it was in the last review a few days ago. It was on the 37. Right now we have 35. So this metric is changing quite slowly, but we see that we come back a little bit. So the crypto fear index 29. So the positive. If we will compare to the last 2 weeks, I think it is the most highest number of the fear and greed index. So a lot of the traders once again start to open the long positions, once again start to bring the money to the crypto market. Let's look on the stock heat map. So the general ending of the week is not very positive for the stock market. We see a lot of red, and especially the leading companies are right now in red. But yesterday was the opposite situation. Market was green. And what about the cryptocurrency heat map? So the more or less the biggest coins looks neutral, but the most coins we see that they are some kind of neutral or they on a red zone, and only some of them is showing some power. About the liquidations, so we see the nearest price level. So we can see if we will get the price on a little bit below the 89,000. So we have here the big liquidations zone, and if we will go up, so we will have the three main zones for the liquidation. So let me try to draw. So this could be the where is my mouse? Okay, so it's here, but I didn't see it. No, I didn't see. Okay, I don't know why I didn't see it. But okay, so probably you will catch my idea. So below the 89, we can see the increasing of the speed of the flashing of the market, or maybe we will see some impulse on the Bitcoin where the people and the trader position will be closed, all liquidated. And anyway, so the amount of the potential short liquidation is much more bigger than if we will compare to the long liquidations. So in few minutes ago, so we can find here a lot of the liquidations on a Bitcoin. So the huge columns right now. So in 1 minute it was approximately $35 million. Let me show you this candle. So we should open the 5-minute chart, and after we break this level, after we break this day low on that candle on 25, it's, if we will look at the minutes, 17:25 according to my local time, we see that the huge number of the long liquidations. So this was the first candle. On this candle, I mean, so we see the 35 liquidations. So this is the same picture, and the liquidations are continued while the Bitcoin is starting continued descending movement. If we will open the 4-hour chart, we can see the general dynamic. So this is my subjective point of view, but we see that while the Bitcoin is continually grows from the from the 16th from the November, so we see a huge number of the long liquidations and very small amount of the Bitcoin shorts liquidations. Though that means that generally the people are losing the money while they try to long the Bitcoin, and they are using the big leverages or using the small stop losses, and the Bitcoin is bringing back the money from the traders. But the amount of the the guys who is shorted the Bitcoin is compared to the long traders, this is quite small. So the very little amount of the traders during this ascending movement trying to short, and this is some kind of suspicious, because we see that very aggressive traders, while we see the coin, let me show you, I think here isn't possible, why the coin is making the ascending aggressive movement, and maybe sometimes in consolidation, then continues. All the time we have a lot of guys who trying to short each new high on the coin, but on the Bitcoin, this situation is not very common. So the most of the people try to catch the pullbacks and continue to long this coin, but the squeezes on the Bitcoin, if we will see on the real chart, so they are destroying their expectations, destroying the long traders' expectations. I mean, this metric we can see at the end of the month. Right now, we're on the middle of December, and we are close to the zero. So we will look on the previous periods. We see that the nearest number, it was quite similar to the 2024. So if we look only on that number, but the general dynamic is different. So anyway, so this kind of artificial number, and it's like a statistic most that didn't give for us any possible food to our brain that we can do with the Bitcoin. So let's look at the end of the month, this metric, and try to make some prediction if it will be possible. Okay, so the general market, let's open maybe the 1-hour chart. So the general crypto capitalization, including the Bitcoin and Ethereum. So from the last few days, we see the increasing of the market capitalization, but this market flush is destroying everything, and we are back on the starting point. The total too, without the Bitcoin, we are lower, so the dropping is lower than the market as total. And if we will remove the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, we see that the alts looks little bit better, but the difference once again is quite small. So if you will open the description of this metrics, of these charts, what do they mean, so you will probably catch idea. So that still we have some power for some altcoins to continue the aggressive movements in them. Okay, the S&P. A few days ago, we are touching the level 6,900 for the last. Let me check. For the last 42 days. So the 42 days we didn't make any attempts to break the 6,900, but a few days ago the S&P already did that, but we see that the flash from today, and we are still a little bit far from the zone. But this is a good zone, the accumulation zone. As a total, let me check once again to do. Oh, okay. Here I able to draw the pictures, so the special website didn't give to me this opportunity. So this zone is quite interesting, because if we will, once again I lose the mouse. Don't know what is going on. So better to use the classical way of the drawing. So what I trying to say. So this is this movement is good. The bouncing from the top that gives some additional potential food for the guys who is open and try to short from the level 6,900. So probably if we will come back this kind of consolidation, so we will have enough power on the general consolidation zone to break the all-time high and continue our rally. And we have a lot of the things that could support this movement, so I will open the presentation and we will see what could help us to and give some positive feedback for our growth. So there is small long traders in the market right now. So the general issue from the metrics, and we already discussed a little bit. So if the Bitcoin suddenly drops to around 82,000, the volume of the long liquidation will be, I don't want to even pronounce this number, this 5 billion. So it's quite big, and we see that at 98,000 we have a lot of the long traders that they put positions under the huge risk. And if the Ethereum suddenly drops to around 2,900, the volume of the long liquidations will exceed 4 billion, for 400 millions. So better to do not do that. So because I'm not sure that we will have enough money or enough power to recover from this flash. I prefer to see there some kind of more positive on the market. The outflow of money from the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum resumed. We have this -77, -42 on the Ethereum, and still we continue. We see that for Solana and for the Ripple, there's for Solana this is already 6 green days in a row, and for the XRP this is 19 green days on a row. So I think we will follow by this metric, and it will not give for us the prediction what could going on, but it will give for us understanding why the Bitcoin price changing and the general impact of the ETFs on the general crypto market. I think it will be interesting for me and for you. I never see the traders that analyzing these metrics in that way. Okay, FSOC report digital assets have been removed from the list of potential threats to the US financial system. This kind of positive signal, and it brings together the heads of the key financial regulators, access systematic risk, coordinates oversight, and when necessary, designs large non-bank institution as systematically important financial organization. So there's low risk, and that means that more money could food the crypto market, because I believe that we have a huge potential. The market is very young, and we have good opportunity to continue the expanding the general crypto. Today, the 12th of December, and exactly 15 years ago, the Nakamoto is a potential founder, theoretical founder of the Bitcoin. He disappeared. So that's 12th of December. Satoshi Nakamoto made his last post, official post on the Bitcoin Talk forum. But after that, he stayed on some connection with another guys to give them some advices and about the general project, and gave some instructions. But today we have the 15 years from that historical data. The Federal Reserve is tuning the unofficial printing press, so this is I don't want to say the printing press, but okay, so this is kind of printing press, not comparable to the COVID period, but anyway, so there's some kind of additional money to buy the obligation. So the general number of them is $40 billion per month, which is not significant number. So I think it is more like a drop in the ocean. So the $40 billion to recover this debt is quite small money, and but I think it's only the beginning. So only the beginning of the process. So the interest rate is decreased, so not so quickly, but I think Donald Trump will try to improve the situation and will print. So I'm not, once again, not exactly the print, but the print money, and it will be once again give some impulse for the potential growth. According to the CryptoQuant analytics, the buyers are starting to return to the BTC market. The spot taker CVD indicators that shifted into the taker buy to buy dominant mode. So generally, this indicator gave for us good signals, but this is only the indicator signals that based on some mathematical model. But this is one of the not negative 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 info about the crypto. So a lot of this small thing, maybe they are not so positive, but they are not negative or neutral, but they gave for us some positive expectation for the crypto growth. And today, the 12th of December, we had the option expiry for the Bitcoin and Ethereum according to the Deribit exchange, and 3.45 billion in BTC options, and there's 775 millions in the Ethereum options. So the main area of the interest, the price is approximately 90,000, and for the Ethereum is 3,100. Okay, let's back to our charts. Let's look on the Ethereum. So as we see, the price is a little bit above the 90,000, and these options metric could give for us sometimes or more, I think often, and sometimes gave for us potential expectation what could be happen in the market if the price not so far from these expectations. And I remember that in the 2019, 2020, I tried to compare this expected prices on the options compared to the real price of the Bitcoin, and in most oftentimes it was some link and some correspondence between them. But okay, what we see in the last review, we see the situation that Bitcoin is making the fake break through from the new local high, because we're still on this demand zone. I can continue this. So we see that this zone is still valid. Once again, we see the fake out. Then it was this short squeeze movement on the news from the US, and the first flush, but not so quick. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles on a row, but today we see the flush which happened more aggressively. Just one candle was required to bring back the Bitcoin price to approximately to the 90,000. So as we remember, this 90,000 is once again is our psychological zone for the long traders and for the short traders. And okay, what we see on the 50-minute chart, we see the yesterday lows that are not swept yet. I think we can delete some level from the past, because we try to. I think this we could delete easily. We don't need this level anymore. So once again, you remember this. We draw this together. So the lows of the last day was swept. In one day, Bitcoin is making repeat the same pattern of the behavior that sweep his new lows, and here, of course, we see that Bitcoin is making Bitcoin is making the new low here, and they sweep them in one time and make the reversal movement upward, and now we are close to our lows, our daily lows from yesterday. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, and some kind of probabilities exist that Bitcoin will sweep these lows, maybe today or maybe in the weekends. But keep in mind that in the weekends, while the traders are resting, Bitcoin could make some bad surprise for the traders that don't control their positions, and Bitcoin could make the continuation of this flush. I don't know for which zone, but we have this quite strong support zone. But I would prefer to believe that the Bitcoin will not do that. But everything could happen on the weekends while the traders are not controlling their positions. So Bitcoin is draw the pattern of some kind of wide consolidation, and make the bounce, and they continue the growth and make the real breakthrough of the highest local levels. So let me delete these levels. I think we don't need them anymore. This level is also create some mess on the chart. Let's delete this one. We don't need them. Let's keep some order on it on our chart. I think this zone should be a little bit expanded to the below, but let's keep it like it is. So we see that we all the time make this kind of sweeps. Maybe this could be some manipulation, or we will expand this zone a little bit lower. But let's keep it until the next market analysis. Keep like it is. So there's no good or valid setups for trading. Maybe we can set the trend line maybe in that way. Not good. Looks not good. This looks not good one. Let's keep it like that, maybe. Okay, let's keep it until the Monday, and let's see. Maybe it was a bounce from this trend line, but let's see what the Bitcoin will do in the next few days until Monday. On the Ethereum, the briefing was on the day when we set the new daily high, and we predict some breakthrough of this level. So as I remember, our briefing was somewhere here, and we discussed that it will be the good setup for the breaking, but didn't count that it will make the very wide move. So better to predict the move up to 1% maximum, and the Ethereum is making approximately 0.87 or 88% of the impulse of the momentum. So this setup was valid for trading. As for the scalpers, and if you are traders, you can get some profit. If not, don't worry, because the market is give for us a lot of another possibilities on the other coins. But fairly said, the market is not the best, and not so alive as we scalpers want. So we will set the new high. Maybe let's keep this level. We will remove this level from the past. This level from the past. Why this high? 1 hour high we also don't need anymore, because the Ethereum is not respecting this. We will expand a little bit our demand zone. I think we should put it a little bit higher on the higher level, maybe starting from the 3,275 up to 3,300. Maybe here it will be more correctly to set the new support zone or the mirror level of that. But let's keep it together. So we will see what will going on. This level, we see that many times this has become like a mirror level. So this 3070 is showing for us that this level are valid, and the price is respecting it, because it touches many times, and we see that reaction. We see the reaction on that. And what about the setups? I think nothing interesting, nothing special. So we have a local low here, but we're still far from this zone. So we have the expanding of the movement, but generally we are still, if we will look more wider on the situation, if we will set the trend line, of course it shows a very wide ascending trend, but this is not exactly true. Maybe we can keep it like that, something. But okay, so this anyway, this will be some artificial trend line. So maybe no. I think it's not correct to keep it like that. Sometimes it's possible to draw in that way, but in the case of the Ethereum, so we should be much more accurate, because everybody in the market should see the same picture as we as the traders, and everybody should see the levels, the clear trend lines, and we should trade according to what market is expecting from the coin, not to invent something new. So anyway, we see the reaction from the support zone here. We see some kind of crossing with our local trend line what was built right now. And so anyway, the Ethereum is continue to repeat the movements on the Bitcoin. We see a lot of very strong zone here. So one time, second time, third time. Then was additionally two small attempts, and then the Ethereum is flushed with the blood to the nearest support zone. So many things depends from what Bitcoin is doing. So, but the situation on the Bitcoin still unpredictable. So let's wait for some time while the Bitcoin will draw for us something more valuable and something more interesting. Okay, so I think this general review of the Bitcoin is finished, so we can continue. With the current alts market. So we can see the most volatile active coins right now. So US USDT, this was listed today. So some opportunities to trade by the scalpers with the level 2 was existed, but if you are a long trader, you didn't find the good patterns here. So mostly we have the descending movement, so the coin trying to recover from this movement and break this trend line one time, second time, third time, fourth time, but not succeed. And maybe we can rebuild it like that. Maybe we can. This is not exactly right. Maybe let's keep it. Okay, formally we should set this. We should set this trend line in that way, and right now we see that situation is changing. So from the local lower point, so the historical lower point, we already make the movement of about the 6.77, even 8.8% from the bottom. If we want to participate this trade, we should draw some kind of potential support zone here, waiting for the reaction from this zone, and only after that open the position and set the stop somewhere here. But if we will find some good big size inside the level 2, or we'll see some kind of aggression pullback on that zone. So I mean what I mean. So if we will back here and make like some kind of candle with a big wick here, and we see that we are making the this is one situation. So while we make the aggressive pullback here, so we can try to find the good entry point to participate this new ascending trend, or we can wait for some kind of very small, very weak down movement, and then so this setups like a cup, and maybe in that way we can find some kind of good entry point while we'll see some kind of trend line, contour trend line here, and we find a good entry point here with a stop loss somewhere on that zone. But okay, so anyway, so we should better to use, not the better, preferable, or you obligated to use the level 2 to see that what is going on inside of the coin. So 86 million the turnover during the day, what is not bad for the 1 day trading on that coin, but it could be much better if the market will be more alive or more aggressive. The pivers continue the downtrend. So if we look on the 1 daily chart, we already break all these local daily lows on the coin. But how break? So this is not the breaking. So this is the all the breakthrough of these levels So we should expect this levels was good, maybe not that, but I think the lower level is what was very interesting to trade, because we are expecting some kind of squeeze of the stop losses. But what we see, yeah, so we see this kind of big momentum here. So with a 10% movement, yeah, we see this squeeze right here. So, but the problem was that to find the good entry point while this short integration is occurred, because this impulse is continuing only the few seconds, and if you're even using level 2, so your eyes should be very precisely looking on this coin whilst moving. But what is not wasn't good on that impulse, from the level to level we have the 5.8%, and this approaching, so this was approaching to the level, was a very aggressive, and who is expecting that this will be enough money to trigger all the stop losses here, so that the price could go a little bit in that way. This is a very common situation on the market. So what I'm trying to describe you. So if the price will not have enough power, so it will make this kind of small sweep here, and then come back immediately. So you even didn't have the opportunity to close your position, and you will get the minus here if you are open close to the level, if your entry point will be on that level. So you should try to find some entry point during the consolidation, what is not easy sometimes, because the price is walking here and walking with no logic, so you never know while if this will continue the local long trend, or this will be make the reversal from some point. And the movement is consolidation is quite dirty, so I don't believe that you will understand. So don't believe that you okay, so you see this kind of from that point we see the reversal, we see the breaking of the structure, some local breaking of the structure, make the new local high, then come back. We have the complicate the correction. Here we have small consolidation, set the mirror level, some confirm this local mirror level, and then continue the ascending movement, breaking the, or not the breaking, maybe we're sweeping our local high, and then when come back to the support zone, and then makes this kind of dirty moving here without any logic, because we are gathering here some liquidity, and the market maker is making his job here, and you should be very lucky to find the good entry point here. But if sometimes it occurs that the good traders, you can find the good entry point somewhere between the consolidation, but risk reward of this deal will be not perfect, not on your side, and especially if you're, I forget this word, the last time, the risk reward ratio and the profitability factor. If your profitability factor will be 30 or 40%, what is not bad. With that kind of deals, you will at the end, or you will get the minus on your account if you will try to enter in the middle of the consolidation, because you never know when the prices go up or goes down, and if you will try to break the level here, so better to wait for the good setup that should looks, in my opinion, so something like that. So for example, we make the break here, you see, and the price is exhausted back to this level once again. So if the price is going aggressively in that way, maybe we can go quite close to the level, make some bounce, and make consolidation from here. And while the price is staying close to the level for some time, only in that case we can set this trigger of our of our entry order somewhere here, and after that we can expect this impulse. But the price is making the very aggressive movement in a few seconds, and they continuing the descending trend, which continues already for 2 days. So the coin, the Pivers, is already in a not the black list, but I think in a gray list, and there's no enough money on the coin to trade this coin in a few days, weeks, or maybe even years. Better to look on the fresh coins and the coins who is showing this positive changing during the day. Lean, LYN, is 16% of the rising from the beginning of the session. Let me switch to the 5 minutes. From today we have this 16%, but the 22 millions turnover. So here this data not enough for trading, or with a small deposit. But anyway, so if you think that I'm saying so this turnover is 22 million and it's not interesting to trade because my deposit is quite huge, or I will not be able to open the position without big slippage on the level 2. No, the small turnover on the coin is given for us information that there's very little amount of the traders, and all the setups for trading will be worked very inefficient, so they will not work. So you will see that the market maker is controlling the price, or there's some kind of fellow with a bigger amount of the money could control this movement on the coin. So this is not it will not be the nature movement, while the traders feeling greed or feeling fear on the market. No, this is the machine trading, and it will make the impulse wherever you didn't expect this. And this is not the question of the deposit amount and the turnover correspondence. So this is the question that this low turnover is very difficult to trade, and for any deposit, for small deposit or the big deposit, and not the question of the slippage or you problems with entering. The problem with what this coin is doing, because the movement is the interest to the coin is quite small, and the movements on this coin is not most often cases not expectable. Even the NTR is good, but of course if you are using the level 2, you can try to find the local situations sometimes, to find some inefficiency on the coin, and you able to trade this coin if you will see something interesting. Maybe you will see some algorithm, or maybe you will find some bot, some robot that make the trading solutions inside of the level 2. But the classical setups is quite difficult to trade on that coin, on that type of coins with a small turnover. The coin AOT, so it's making some choppy movement. What was practically difficult to trade. I think only this high was very interesting after we make the correction, and we gather a lot of the short guys here, and after that we make the good impulse, and still the relative volume is not significant, but generally we see the good opportunity for trading. So after we may set the new daily high, we are consolidate a little bit to make the correction, and after that the price is back and continue the movement. So only few things we can trade on this coin after we making the new highs. And anyway, so the coin is continue to make this some impulse, but you see there's not enough of aggression. So this 1 minute chart, and the price is moving up and back, up and back, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down the weeks. And so this is not the best situation for trading. But once again, even the turnover is $103 million, and this is not enough for this coin. Not enough traders, not enough money, so we should expect a little bit more interesting cases on the coins with a bigger amount of money. So this coin, you see the difference. You see the on a day one day chart. We see the highs from that was created a few days ago. Okay, so we are approaching to trade a little bit and make some choppy grinding of the level here. Of course, it was not the best, and only after that we are trigger the stops that was stayed from that date. After we trigger the stops, the price is back under the level and continue to grind. Even the relative volume was not bad, so the situation looks good. Entry points according to the classical setups is not appeared, so we can set the high on this coin like a potential setup for next trading. But once again, we see that not enough power, only the 1.4% of the impulse, what was quite not what we expect, I would say. Not what we expect. And right now we see the new daily high on this coin, and on the 0.4, this is already interesting. So the 0.4, this is the round number. The price is very aggressively reversed, and maybe the Bitcoin is make the impact. And of course, Bitcoin is making the impact on the coins. So if he will continue the falling, of course we should forget about the setups for the breaks through the highs, or they will be the dirty, or will not have the power. So only on the coins that are pumped aggressively, only on that depth of the coins we can try to find the good entry points. But for that types of the general situation on the market, we see that all the altcoins that we already tried to analyze there was quite weak. Okay, set the high on a round number and waiting for the approach. You see that there's some on the Binance futures appeared the size with $200,000 on the 0.4. The market maker is setting, or market maker or the big fella the size is disappeared right now. What we see right now, we see that we have the local level here. We make the breakthrough of it, and price is trying. Let me delete this one and delete this one. We don't need these levels. So we have the high and we have the local low here, and the price is trying to reverse. So maybe we can set this local trend line, but once again, this is not advice. So if you trade, you should use the level 2 to find more confirmation. I'm so sorry. Okay. I lost the coin for a few seconds. So if you are using 2, you should level 2. You should find the more arguments, more explanations while you are open the trade. So we see that the price is making the pullback after the break in the local level, local lows, set the new low and make the fake out from this low. And the price is trying to to come back into that consolidation, into that consolidation zone, and maybe it will bounce from these areas. I don't know exactly, but if you're able to make the short trade, so you can risk your own responsibility, but better to this general situation of the market is not good, and better to find more reasons why you should enter the CYS. This is something this once again the new listing coin. We break the high on the coin. We make the new all-time high, and maybe we should expect this kind of interesting setup on this coin to try to break this 0.35. 66 million. It's a little bit less turnover than the US coin, as we see here. We have already 89. So on the CYC we have the low. We can set the trend line right now. Maybe it could look somewhere or something like that. Okay, maybe trying to keep it like that. Maybe not exactly the right, but it looks like that the price is the angle of this trend line is correspond to the nature of the moving of this coin. So we have this high, we have the low on this coin, we have the few lows, local lows here. Of course, we should expect some, especially for after that level, we should expect some kind of stop losses under this level, under 27.44, and maybe we should set this new local low, because this anyway some traders are open their position here, and maybe the coin want to go down, and so here's a lot of short traders open their positions. Then we make this ascending movement to drop there, to squeeze all the short traders, all the some possible traders, to get the more liquidity, and the price could come back and make this kind of impulses. But we don't know the history, how the coin is making the breakthrough of their lows, and so once again it's danger to trade this. And expecting some impulses for this coin. We see that this mostly looks like a consolidation with only the one normal momentum on this coin. All other things is going inside of the range. So the coin is respecting the range. After that, it was expand quite much. The people are trying to bought off the coin, but they continue the rising. So we destroy the deposits of the long traders during this movement. Some long traders open here positions, expecting the backing. Some short traders expecting the price will come back to this zone to continue the shorting. But this 66 million is not very attractive as for me. But it's interesting to see what will go going on in the next hour or next few days. VET. So I would skip this coin a bit. We are quite far from the highs at 25%. So we have some local level here, and probably the coin is trying to break this level. So okay, we have this consolidation on the Z level. It was approximately a little bit below $2 per coin, so we make this one fake out here, make some dirty movement here, and only after we gather during that consolidation period with some short sellers, and then we make this short squeeze here, and the prices break all the local levels and hover between support and resistance. So nothing to do right now. The stable on the daily chart, what we see that this descending trend. So in the 5-minute chart, I'm sorry, this on a 5-minute chart, what we see, this kind of price is chopping, the walking with a very small NATR, so I would prefer to not to skip. So we have the low on a level 12.2, I think 12.245. So maybe trying to get the impulse, but let's see how this coin is breaking the lows. We see that there's no impulses, so if we will set the low here, so we see that the price is bounced immediately, so pops down, pops up, then once again touch the level, then it's staying for some time here, then make some impulse, another impulse, then pops up, then pops down, and it goes like the flashing is continuous, but the speed of flashing is quite feels not very pleasant. So this is quite difficult to stay on that type of the movement on that coin, and you never know when it's happened, and you know will it accelerate or not. So the truth is on the consolidation zone. The Luna 2 is far from our highs. It will be most interesting setup on that coin. The night, once again somewhere close to the bottom. The power is 50 millions turnover. The Lunk, of course, it repeats some Luna, but okay, we have the local low, so we can let's look at the Luna. So Luna is a little bit more interesting than a Lunk or USTC X, but I don't see here anything. Merle is making the 16% of the rising from the top. So once again, after some manipulation of the big fellows, so we make this 4% aggressive movement to the down, and then the fellows open their long position and try to push the coin to the tops. Right now we're close to the top, but we see some kind of big sizes here. So here's 350, 400, 350,000 dollars after the above the level 0.4398. So somebody wants to close their positions, to close their shares that they are getting on the bottom, somewhere on this, probably on some on that level. So the guys who is they're creating their position for trading is somewhere in this zone, so they would like to get the profit. How much? I think maybe 30%, 34% in average. So I think this will be the IXL. So the turnover is 100,000,025. Not very interesting. So better to spend the weekends with the family and do not try today do not try to trend today because the market didn't show the power for us, and especially for this kind of Bitcoin flush, traders should recover a little bit, and so nobody knows what the Bitcoin will do. And the traders are not active right now, and they are waiting for some more interesting or more understandable situations. And some trades from our traders. So this is the classical consolidation trading pattern. So we have the low here, and even right now we can see the video of this deal. So the trader is expecting the approaching after the price is bouncing with a aggressively bouncing from the after the sweeping the this new local low. The prices come back into the range. The trader opened the position and partially closed. And let's see how it looks on the video. So this is the chart, and this is the level 2 of the futures. So the trader see that there's some aggression after the bouncing of the coin. So open, see some green, set the stop loss below the low or close to the low of the candle of the lowest low. Wait it sometimes, set the take profits. Okay, so here he's setting the take profits right now, and the price is back. Okay, so all the parts of the share was closed, and this is how it looks on the report in his diary. Another trade, so the PV was making this impulse, so we spent some time to analyze this position. The trader using the level 2, see the weaknesses of the sales, and catch the knife after the big impulse. So here's open the position at the bottom and close it after the 1 second of the prices pops up from the bottom. And his comments was that it better was to wait a little bit because the prices continue. So even if he will wait a little bit, so he could increase his profit even in 2 times. Because the coin, so he could close the half of the share, and after is waiting for some additional profit to close after the coin is making more movement. So the coin, the P-pin, so after the sweeping the highs, trader opened the short and waiting for while the price is back into the local level. Another one, the P-pin, so this is once again the same setup. So after the sweeping the local low, the trader opened the long and closing it while it's crossing the nearest important local low. Here the short of the US, so trader is shorting the all-time low that was created today. Okay. So see, he's finding some aggressive prints on the time and sales and get the 2.93% of the profit. The very short trade. Here we don't see the coin name. Here trader does not succeed after this flash, leakage of the coin. So he see that some power of the long traders. But the price is back very quickly, and traders is closing the position because it was a fake movement. And only after that the price is start to reverse and start to make the ascending movement. Sometimes it's happened, or very often this happened. You should be ready for that. But we show not only the profits, we show the diary with our minuses. Okay, so here here is his next, after he get the loose, he opened the short here, and his target was to updating the local low, so the very short trade, and get some profit. So once again, so see some aggression, see some on a history, some low, and open the position, and after the 1 minute close it and get the profit. This is another impulse after the updating the local low, close the position partially. Here is a trader is get the trend line, set the trend line on Jelly coin. This was active few days, and after we have approach, he opened the position with the stop loss. I believe somewhere here, or even smaller, but okay. So maybe it's reasonable to set the stop loss on that zone, and probably the trader is counting that while the prices will be close here, he will close the position, but the price was not aggressively returned, and we see that kind of cup, so the rounding of the price, and he's closing his position near this potential first demand zone. Of course, it's better to wait to see the full impulse, but sometimes, very often, it's not possible. So you should set the target for the deal, you should set the stop loss, and you should follow by the rules of your trade expectation, or expectation to the trade, where you have the goal, where you have the stop loss. So here is some results. Some traders more successful, some traders get the profit. Then his profit is goes to the zero, go below, goes to the zero, and moving very closely to the zero. So this is the students that we have right now. So the 20 new students that are studying right now. So they are showing the results. Some students show the good results, some students show this also the good results. So if you start to trade, and if your months looks like that, or so, this is the crazy, because you have the phase of the trader development of the skills. So let's set the number one. So if you are a beginner, you have the deposit on that level, for example, $100 for something like that. So your deposit while you're trading will be anyway decrease, because you made a lot of mistakes. So sometimes you are succeed, but general trend, so you go that way and that way and that way, you go minus. So this is the first stage of the learning of the trading. Another stage of the trading, so while your deposit is going in that way, so maybe some minus, some plus, some minus, some plus, some minus, some plus. This is why when you understand the process, but you didn't improve some your more strength side, and do not remove your weaker side of the tradings. And another, the best way, so you deposit well while you already have a good understanding what is going on, you have some good habits after the educational process. So your deposit is grows in some period. Maybe I will draw the new one. So you will have the slow growth, and after that you will have the parabola here. So maybe some flat, once again extremely fast growth, and maybe some consolidation, and then once again you continue the growth very quickly. So this is the third stage of the trading trading development. So I mean that this kind of type of the result of the trader while he's very close to the zero profit, this is good. That means the trader do not lose the money, And this is, I think, the very good situation, especially if we will analyze the period of the training of the people. But I think we spent more than 1 hour to see a lot of things. So in Monday you will have the opportunity to get the new information about the general market situation, to see the new trades, if the market will show for us a good entry points. And thank you for watching. So if something wasn't clear, or you want to dive deeper into the topic that I described during the broadcasting, write your questions in the comments. So I always appreciate the constructive feedback from you, so don't hesitate to share it. And as usually, back into the last slide. Thank you for the attention. The best regards from Colibri team. See you on Monday. Goodbye.